Hallelujah.
Amen.
Openi, what's it Omahada?
Did you say you've never been here before?
Wabahada. Busa so Wabahada, what's it Debbie? Okay. Not just on my Sunday that. Thursday be now so bad.
He said he used to come here during our Thursday meetings, the break and go meetings.
Not just a Thursday, and I say break and go for a check. Sorry,
what church you fellowship with? Is that oil
of
Dominion? Did you come here alone?
Mr. Muller.
That he came here with Mr. Muller.
Put
Put your hands together for the Lord.
My friend, gentleman,
now when I called this gentleman, I said something to him. Now I told him that there is royalty, in other words, chieftaincy in his family.
And yes, I'm sure that friend.
Now I did not call him out of my own volition,
but angels no back and the
but I saw one of the angels of God go to stand beside him. Now, do you know how it is?
Now
I see that the angels of God come here, and I see them standing beside everyone.
Yes, starting ministration. No man starting in the Nipano.
And when we start ministration, you see them moving in the congregation. Now, the feet of none of them touched the ground or touches the ground.
Into who say, "We are back. We ojinaha. Whenever bounce, who wants to ojinaha. Not the ojinaha. Whenever bounce, no ojinaha. Just say."
And because they are moving around, you may spot one standing on one side. In another minute, you will see that same angel standing on another side, because they are moving in our midst. That is why I say to you that if you come here, you are blessed. So anytime you come here, the angel of the Lord releases blessings on you. It is a statement of truth, and that is what it is. Amen. It's my heart desire that the Lord will open our eyes, that we will all see what has been transpiring in our midst spiritually. But not all of us have that grace. And so I saw an angel of the Lord that stood beside this gentleman. And the Lord said to me, "See something." So I looked, and the things which I saw caused me to say to him, I said to him that, "Are you aware that there is royalty or chieftaincy in your family?" And his answer was in the affirmative. He said yes. So I said to him, "You will be sternly invited to take up a chieftaincy offer." Or chieftaincy position. And then he answered and said to me that he has already been informed about it.
In fact, words so you see and say, "Oh my force on."
Now, what he said, the very words he used, was that they have already forced me. Now, I asked him, "So if they have forced you, why did you not accept that chieftaincy offer? Then his response was that he said to them that he was not interested. For this reason, something bad is about to happen to him. I have not said this to him. What I'm about to say, I have not said it to him already. So say, please listen attentively. Now, the reason I came to you and said all these things to you is this, which I'm about to say. So listen. Now, this shows to me that it is God that brought you here today.
In fact, a fact.
And that is a statement of fact. And it's absolutely true. And but for the fact that you are here today, or if Mr. Muller had not brought you here today, something evil was about to happen to you. Now, the reason I said to you that the chieftaincy in your family, there are many people here, but you are the one, or you were the one I walked to directly, because it was about your life that God gave the revelation to me. Now listen to this very attentively. A certain spirit,
we are very powerful.
The spirit is very powerful.
In fact,
now this spirit is not one of the least of spirits. Let me describe the form of this spirit to you, so that you will listen carefully. Now, when it manifests itself for the first time, you see it in the form of a horse. And its wings is like the wings of a bat.
But in fact, we're huge.
But it's a very huge creature.
Now, a flyer has sounded to say lightning and a tender.
Now, when this creature flies, its flight is characterized with lightning and the sound of thunder.
Now, the palace, and
it's got a palace in the skies and also on the surface of the sea. And its throne is at Gomoa.
And sword at the Winneba.
And it's got a sword at Winneba. At other times, this is how it manifests. When it manifests, the lower part of its body has the semblance of a crocodile. And its head has the semblance of a horse. And it's got the tongue of a serpent. And it's got a tail like a serpent. This spirit is very strong. And it is in charge over that district. And it's got a throne in your family. And for that reason, it has a link with the family. Now, it established that covenant with your family through one of your ancestors. And so that stool, that chieftaincy stool or position available in your family, it is this spirit which is in charge. And it is this spirit that appoints the person who must be installed. And you were the one that the spirit pointed at, that it desired for you to be installed. And you have rejected the offer they gave you. So there are two consequences. Not so long ago, this spirit sent one of its stewards to hold a meeting with your family. Now, this spirit which was sent, the steward of the spirit I have described, the spirit, the principal spirit, gave to its steward, which was sent to convene a meeting with your family, a sword. Now, all I am narrating are spiritual things. Now, this or these were the words or the instructions of the principal spirit to its steward to say to your family during the meeting. And so the spirit said to this other spirit, give the sword to the family. And there are two things it demanded: your life or the lives of two of your children. And so the spirit said you must be given the last offer, the last chance. And they must say to you that you are the appropriate person, the person appropriate to be installed. Now, so and even if they were going to install another person, which is not you, the spirit said that it will kill any other person they install. Now, deny someone. But if on this occasion you deny another time, that you do not want it, you reject it another time, just like you rejected it the first time that the offer was made to you, the spirit said it has left all things in the hands of the family. Either they will bring your life to it, or they will bring the lives of two of your children to it, so that it will appease itself and the stool with your lives. And after some years, it's going to appoint another person to be installed. And if that other person rejects the offer, the same consequence will be meted out onto that person too. And so these were the plans. And so for this reason, when I got to where this gentleman was standing, I said to him that, gentleman, there is chieftaincy in your family, and it's a paramount stool, and it has been impressed on you to take up chieftaincy position in your family. And he answered in the affirmative that what I had said to him was true. But he told me that he had rejected the opportunity. So I asked him why he rejected the opportunity. But he could not really tell me the reason he had rejected it. But this is the trouble that has been unleashed against you. This is the reason the Lord asked me to call you. Now, this is not a story, but this is a spiritual reality. So if this gentleman had not come here today, either that he would lose his life or he would lose the lives of 2 of his children. This is the decision that has been taken concerning him in the realm of the spirit. And so you must rejoice today that you are here in our midst today. So he is human. He has no spiritual eyes. He cannot see what pertains against him in the spirit. And so he walks about freely. He is unaware that a decision has been made in the spirit against him. But blessed be the Lord that the Lord has exposed the workings of these evil spirits. Put your hands together for Jesus Christ.
Hallelujah.
Amen. It's a paramount tool. But spiritually, the weight of that stool is greater than how it appears physically. Now, within that district, I see that particular stool to be the biggest spiritually. Now, spiritually, you may see a throne or a stool to be so weighty, it carries a lot of weight, but physically it may not appear in that manner. The spirit very often visits that area, and it's got some connection, a very strong connection with your family.
My God. Papa,
now I know that many of the things I have said you have no idea of. But a meeting has been convened, and this is true. A meeting has been convened.
Papa,
now, do you know of a stool in your family?
Yo nifahina akonya, yo bunkumhine akonya, yo jasahina akonya, yo mranti akonya, puntihine. Akonya na wunim se wo unchi no. Aye kontihine nifahine ana akonya so pa ana yo man akonya.
Hallelujah. Pacho akonya kase pa.
Obetimi akasa kese kakra.
Pacho akonya kase pa. Na gomwa the whole goboa no. Yefense otakumata. Na otakumata na echi omahin na yedin be see the chance akopie no actually the whole gomwa you know. They had never ye fie. Enti I saw in the right hand chief. Or in the nimfahine kase pa.
Ewo sa district in so.
I was Gomwa West.
Bebacho she no kind of mutini
until where it not.
Hallelujah. Pacho me si ekunya kase pa. Na ye ho ne si Gomwa mahene.
Musi Gomwa mahene.
Ah na o mahene the whole Gomwa ni na no o mahene. Yes ye chi no ye krom.
Okay, the whole Gomwa mahene no. Ye krom chi wo hene no wo mu.
Ye krom. Na ye chi no wi a ye busuan fie.
Mo chi wo hene no wi a mo ma busuan fie.
And I did Baba and I no so for 7 days.
na mo de ohene no a obedi gomuafo ni nyina so aba betena mabusua fie ho akonya no ho for 7 days.
Ana yebusua hin no ahwe no so kyese yebusua no ohene no so sen.
Na kyese mabusua no ohene ne so kyɛn. Ohene no akotena gomu anyina akonya so no. Na kyese mo mabusua mo akonya no ono no obene gomu ahene a obetena akonya no so no.
Bene no. Bajosa.
What? Bonsam Jesus Christ. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Na kyese yenu abe man peso kyerɛ sɛ
now on the land of the people of Gomua, anytime they are going to appoint somebody or install somebody or select somebody, see the paramount stool. Usually appoint somebody or select somebody to sit to get to the paramount stool to be installed.
And from what he said, any of you here in the back. Nani otia konya no so yenu aba me abusua mu anka yenu aba me abekwa kodisa konya no ono obebene wo hene no a okotena gomu anyina district akonya ne so no 7 days and what the no. Not just say, my God.
So from his account, it is the chief in their family that will initiate or will train the chief that has been appointed to the paramount stool. It is their chief that will initiate that person for 7 days before he is actually installed.
Osofo. Me bete abakwasem bi na metate na me koso aso starte sie frɛ bibi aboakyel minim sasa no mka na aboakyel ɛyɛ hefa no mu yesa ade aboakyel winiba good me pesa me ka asem bi kyerɛ da obɛkɔ wona nanom ho pusa wo mo saa aboakyel no ɛwɔ titibrem tete pa enipa eni abusua no mutai ekwa aboakyel no mutime kye aboa no utresi background no pe si family mu enu nti na family no demon sunsum kese our district no so no one family no our link enu nti si tresi background pa ebisi winiba ebi I wanted that but make a fact actually on papa gomua sunsun a odi gomua so no woden pa na GNT ane efre bibi aboakyel sa aboakyel no enya nikan ade wuntimi mfo nikan nkwachi aboa no meaning so much about that story, but as a spiritual man I know says I don't know enya kwa se uni sunsum untumi akwan Ghana akonya yentena so kwa ana say presidential seat ana presidential throne yentena so kwa it does osoro ena behiya ma setena so ana say dia kan de ye de be hye dem ansa. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Anunti minua bema sunsumia wahye wabusua so omununya awasa kwan no so no sunsum no hoden.
So this spirit that has given a charge to your family to treat you in that manner, that spirit is very strong.
Now enokre say omudi ato anim say brabedia de.
Is it true that they have already made an offer to you?
I'm appointed. My name is brother Bako.
I'm appointed one brother.
Yeah. I saw bad time.
Bakumba.
And so I'm appointed first.
No,
so and I'm appointed. No, me, Juman, you know, and you had that me to be doing him.
Not just one rejected. Not just one po.
He said he was.
Oh man, you'll be for. I know Munya will be a.
Now he said he's one of two people that were selected, and both of them rejected.
Muntia semi you. Soon sumene abusia. I am meeting because was maneba.
Now the Spirit convened a meeting with the family through its steward.
Say yenia beme. Sit there, be dear.
And said that if this gentleman has rejected the offer, then his life must be taken, or the lives of two of his children must be taken.
Make a fact. Unia penny no omudi can choose no akonyano ompe no.
Now
unim dia nko be. How nia penny ni accepting anka sunsun no beku no. Opa no opel.
Now that other person, your senior brother,
that
the family told or gave or made the offer to first, in the first instance, was not the choicest of the demon.
Now unim nia wosi wo abrochire na on dia waji atum no. Sampa so waji atum said ya woka no dia. Enu nti na sunsun na soma ne ba. Sa onsamra eni abusuan me din komo no mu nsam fantu anim for the second time. So I said there be the any back Oba accept it. No, oba accept back on the any what do moja and I dear through sisimu a moja and a pattern. And when you find them pata me. Because only the chosen one. Bibiano PPPM, your favorite one. Mechanical gratitude said. Unwa so for 20 na hono ma emu ba ku bi the real chosen from divinity, and it's fact. Moses and other prophets, gentlemen, twosompe abusia akonya sim ye chi gomua nipa si ade ne ba bedi gomua nyina henkese a nipa obepin no enanso ansan ye de na kwotena konya kese so papa na je se ye nua ba ma ni fie tumi a wo so chen o mamu ni nyina konya tumi mpo nti ya nti ase Papa,
have you got children, please?
He
said he's got two children.
Not just say, it does a walk crupay.
So the Spirit has made a demand for your life or the lives of two of your children. And has sent a steward with a sword to be given to the family. It's not a story I'm telling. I remember some time ago, the Lord gave me a message to somebody, and I said to the person that the one who gave birth to you was mentally deranged.
And
the prophecies that I gave to that person was very deep that day. And so that person's mother gave birth to him or to her in the bush and left, and then someone who was passing by saw the baby. So a mad person that had been birth.
When the child of Franny Fruma, I want also who's a baby. A child, yes, so by. Then you did care Fruma. And then about them, you who say, also a care Fruma.
How did they cut the umbilical cord, and with what did they cut it in the bush?
On our who divine spirit to be a original man or church and any hour yet. But who any as whom because when you know a who soon sumuniama. So I may catch this, I'm a say, only the Kruna Baha. Because who many dinam send baby or free. And was saying no crack. And I'm so uncle na Nina Nanu, you know, Akaba Cope, one quantum of a Conina Nano, Esusu, a free man. Time formation we won ya. And on also a cassette. Why ya say or pursue whom I may a war no, by the bush and phone can't them. That be Obusana Mamia, Omun can. Don't him send upon any train, no son, mammy. Oh, ya and Tam, any Nikruko, Nikrum Kobusaya. Nina Nana Canaba Cope Hono, and the tea story in United Busasa, why not catch it all? Because you can't. And yes, sanity. Bones and Mary. I believe some Crawford will have more Kasa and Comsharon. I believe some Crawford be Kai. Mokai, wonderful. Next Tuesday, good. Bones and Mary.
Put your hands together for Jesus. Hallelujah. Amen.
Gentlemen, I have passed over. We were good news, man.
I've got some good news for you.
We were good news, man.
I've got some good news for you.
Can I watch you? And then can tell you money woman so.
Now this week the sword would have been lifted up.
Now Bosumia, Yabekwa Koruamuno, and then can't tell you Bedijuma.
And in the approaching month, the sword would have been put to use.
Now say no mehu, mekane say you mehu no pepe.
Now this is what I saw, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I have seen.
In fact, angel be a
I saw an angel that was hanging in the midst of the skies and was like fire, but had the form of a human being. And I saw that the angel had a sword with it, and that sword was a sword of fire, was a flaming sword. I saw that the angel was a strong angel, and I saw that it was raining on the angel. And the more the rain came upon the angel, the brighter it became. Now immediately I saw the angel, I reached a conclusion that this angel came from the presence of the one who is seated on the cherubim.
It is Ezekiel can say,
so when Ezekiel said that I saw a spirit of God or an angel of God,
and Ezekiel described
them,
he
described an angel having one head but four faces. Now there are others that he described as wheel within a wheel. Now there are others that Ezekiel saw that they had four wings, but their feet were like the hoofs of a horse.
In fact, Daniel Gabriel.
Now, as for Daniel, he saw Gabriel.
Now Gabriel, and I'm saying, assignment at I so the on manifesting itself on finding full glory, but nipa, but
now, because Gabriel's assignment is to interact with mankind, he comes not in the full capacity of his glory, but he is fearful to look upon.
Open angel, why lovely.
Now, if you want that angel that is lovely, has patience,
who feel calmness,
that when he manifests, you feel some calmness or friendliness. His face is like flaming fire mixed with the radiance of the sun. And his eyes is like flame of fire, and it's as bright as the sun. And there is a golden girdle on his loins, and he's got very huge wings. And the bronze on his feet, the shoes on his feet is like polished bronze drawn out of furnace of fire.
Brown. Gold. White. It is snow. In fact, we are powerful.
There are times that you see the color of his hair as brown. At other times, it's very golden. At other times, it's as white as snow.
Now, movement clouds.
Now, many times when he moves, when he moves, the clouds move with him.
At times, na owusu esi.
Now, sometimes when he appears from the skies, there is some unrest, shaking.
The presence draw
in
demons'
the
attention
skies.
because
His presence draws the attention of demons, because anytime he moves, something is about to happen. It's a sign that something is about to happen. But because he is calm and he's got patience, he most often does not engage in battle.
Focus.
He has a focus.
Into Obama demons be distracting attention on time man.
And so when he is coming down and some of the demons distract his attention, he does not pay attention on them.
The Prince of Persia, the great dragon, etimi confront no, e mo timi catch on say munya botre, e bre bia twam na minuane mo montomobo.
So when he was coming down,
na menya papa se nya no montomobo. Otimi no mo negotiate say about 21 days. Still omo ye sobona. No training sa osiminia oyokonfo Michael. The one who is like God. Bra. Now omo as omo disturb me. Omo delay me. Michael, you appear trouble. No mercy. No compassion. No favor. Uti abra. Obatetew. One Raphael. Omo camera. Ponsema Yehovah.
Put your hands together for Jesus.
And the angel or tiso J.
So this angel that had the form of fire
now
and was brightening like the sun.
Daniel described Gabriel. Miss me describe angel we actually.
Like Daniel described Gabriel, I'm also describing this angel to you.
In fact, whom
he is fearsome to look upon. His hand covered the whole of Gomorrah and Winneba. Then I saw that immediately the demon saw the angel, it began to run. And the angel rebuked the demon. Now the sound of his voice is like the sound at sea. The waves of the sea.
Ne tibia te se horse. Na ne tibia te se nipa. Na ne tail te se wowo. Na ne tetema te se wowo. Presence ne free angel no no achi na gina ho.
Now the presence that exuded from the angel caused the demon to stand still.
Na me hu say angel no e so demon in a minute. Obuma in a minute.
I saw that the angel held tightly to the throat of the demon. And I saw that the angel was pressing his throat, the demon's throat, very hard. I saw that the angel pressed the demon until it lost its power. Then I saw that the angel left the demon to be. And the demon bowed before the angel. And the demon said to his people, "Let's go." And I saw that the demon vanished. Now I looked and I saw the sword which the demon sent to the family through a steward for the family to use to do what is evil if this gentleman rejects the offer again. I saw that eyes developed on the sword, and I saw that the sword vanished out from the family with a shout, and the sword went back. The sword went back to where it came from, into the family.
Na demon ne ba no hunu san krante no. Na ho mmere e bai na ho din firi ni mu. Na mu se afi wadwodwo.
Now when the steward of that demon saw the sword that had returned, I saw that it lost its power and it became weak.
Na many Holy Ghost na angel you wura pillar of fire mu e na ye wo ho na mehwe de yekoso nyina na angel no e kyekye me adihunu na se.
Now I was with an angel who went with me in the pillar of fire. As I was looking on at what was happening, the angel was giving me interpretation to what was happening.
Na say ne see.
And this was what happened.
Angel ya me describe ni afene braso a wasoko.
Now the angel that I described had to leave. Its time was up and it had to leave. I saw that it blew fire from its mouth and it covered him, this gentleman. And it blew out fire from its mouth over your two children. And the angel with whom I was standing in the pillar of fire said to me to say to you that the protection of the Lord is sufficient upon you. Do not accept the offer. And he said to me that no power shall succeed in taking your life. You will live very old, and your children will also live very old. And a time is coming that good things are going to come into your life. When rich and wealthy men are named, you will be named amongst them in that district. That is the reason I called you. And so you must have a tight relationship with Jesus Christ. Do not go to a shrine. Remain in the house of God. You must live your life with Christ. Amen.
Papa,
have you got something to say, please?
Good.
God bless you.
Not just a gentleman. Not just only a konya wa bisuanum na konya no ho odene. Akonya etreni gomua akonya kese ne otena so. Enanso.
Now the
more pain.
The chief responsible for training or initiating the paramount chief of the people of Gomua is in his family. That stool is in his family. It's a very great and strong stool.
Would then a free Gomua ho? Oh, mammy. Oh, mammy. Oh, mammy, way.
Where is your mother?
Oh, mammy,
he said his mother is dead long ago.
Your poem here, what? Bye bye. Put
a hand together for him.
I offer. Oh, yeah.
Are you all right, madam? She said yes.
And
today we are just moving in the realm of the spirit. A serpent has revealed itself to this lady spiritually, not physically. And the serpent has a purpose. It has a purpose. And now the purpose or the aim of the serpent is to take her life.
But
what hurts me so much is that the serpent has completed all it has to do. But you must be thankful to God that you came here today, madam.
Obiansuo bim ewo aplawo. Sa no mo ka no. Good.
Now,
first man na me dem kana aflawo.
Now that serpent, I see that serpent in a pool of water or a stream or a river, some water body at Aflao.
And
I see its head in another water body in Togo.
Now ono kasa ti se nipa.
And he speaks with the voice of a man.
Now I say, what the abaya way ashe cage mu.
Now the spirit said that it had caged this lady and was waiting for a time,
50 years or baby,
waiting for a time
52, 53, 54 baby,
when she is about 50 years or about 52 to 54 years. It would have used the life of this lady for an assignment.
But one person says, "Oh yeah, disappointed."
But the serpent claims that its intention is about to be disappointed. Because the garment that signifies or represents that assignment, I see that the garment is almost off.
Now I want to say, and
the snake or the serpent claims that it is not happy with this lady, especially where she has been going to. And even if it's unable to use this lady to accomplish its aim or its mission, it's claiming that it will face some consequence if it fails to use this lady to perform the assignment marked for her life. And the serpent is claiming that it has already had a conversation with another spirit senior than it. And it's that senior to this spirit has had a conversation with the spirit, and they have agreed on something which it ought to do.
And
so the agreement is that if in some time to come they will not get the life of this lady to perform that assignment or that task, then her life must be terminated immediately, so that they will find another person for that assignment. For that reason, the serpent has visited this lady, and the serpent has been moving around her, just around her feet, and has been moving in her room, in her washroom, even your bedroom, and where you sleep. This serpent has been moving all around there. But you don't see the snake physically with your physical eyes, even though it's very close and around you. It is for this reason that the Savior of the world, who is called the Word, who is part of the Godhead, who is God and part of the Godhead, who is one and the same with the Father, this is what our Lord has done. He has taken a step, and the Lord intended to bring this lady to this place today because his loving kindness and his mercy has stretched out upon her. And the Lord intended to deliver her or her life from the mouth of the serpent, so that this lady will not die anytime soon. And so the Lord intentionally pushed this lady to this place today and has lavishly released his grace and mercy upon her. And so I saw an angel who was covered in a cloud and was very bright and shining. and he was very handsome. I saw that angel descend, and then I saw the angel hold fast onto this lady and snatch her from the mouth of the serpent and whisked her away from the serpent. My God. I saw that the serpent fell with shame into a pool of water in Togo. Never again could the serpent lift up itself. And then the Lord said to me to say to this lady, spiritually a serpent would have swallowed her, because the serpent has already entangled her feet. And so it would have swallowed her from the right leg first, and then the left, and they would have swallowed her body and her head, and thereafter she will not be counted amongst the living. But the Lord said to me, He has delivered this lady, so she will not depart from the face of the earth. Why is the serpent so serious? Now the serpent intended to use this lady for an assignment. Now it is not a serpent properly so called. It is a serpentine spirit. It is a spirit, an idol that her ancestors have served some time ago. But this spirit manifests itself like a serpent. Now sometimes it appears like a serpent, but its head has the semblance of a human being.
But ni tail animu no yawanim enti tail na pagya hwe nanim e na ode hwe kwan na ni bobo ni tail no te se nipa woni bobo hwe tail ni pagya sen a ohu nanim no onante oni tire. There are times no enam so oni tire nti onwene.
There are times that this spirit appears as a headless demon, a headless being, but it has eyes on its tail. So its tail comes from behind and comes forward, and he is able to navigate or move around. And because the spirit is headless, it has no sense.
Titimrem pa wabusuam e wa chiri pa ho no obonso obekwa dan bi si wona nsumandan omutimi draw danchem mfonini omutimi draw scorpion mfonini omutimi draw wo mfonini eduru tem bi kura na omutimi draw te say maame wata sign bi mfonini emblem ewo edan no ho nanum na nsuman ne gu na I'm telling you sa ho fe ebrada ye funu mu ana sunsum mo mark wusi ye se emfia duonum achi sunsum do be yadwuma but ene wo soro amakwa.
Now many years ago in your family they used to have some shrine, and they had the images of a mermaid, a serpent, a crocodile, and a scorpion on it, and it was in that shrine that spirit resided, and it had marked you while you were in your mother's womb that it was going to use you at a time of your life when you were about 50 years, but today heaven did not approve of that.
And now
heaven has intervened in your life, and he has sent his angel to bring deliverance your way. Madam, are you okay? She said yes. Are you very okay? She said from time to time she's been feeling pains in her heart.
So I froze and so I went to see the doctor. But I test several times now, but still
that even though she's been feeling pains in her heart, doctors have not been able to mention in particular, or have not been able to diagnose her of any sickness yet.
In fact, my friend, now when
I called her, I asked her with whom she came here,
and
she said she came with her father.
And I'm so papa way, no so you sure send papa abba.
And I asked of the whereabouts of her father, and she said she is very sure her father is in church, save that she does not know where in particular her father is seated, because she came to church earlier before her father did. So I asked her to go and search for her father and bring him here. he, your father, which are you fellowship at? She said she fellowships with us here. Now, the face of this man is very familiar. He said he's got 4 children and they have all been coming here since their childhood. Where's the last born?
Openi, who are dear Benny? We are Benny. Togo.
He's confirming that he's from Togo.
O third born. One I won. Miniaba. Okay, Openi. What did that?
Have you ever heard? Maybe you are not aware, or you don't know, but have you ever heard?
Bosom. Ewo busuam. Bebre. Bosom akonya no kura si mu fie. Nti wate se wona nanom bia kom bosom ne da. Omukom.
Me nana, my grandfather. Na e friend Kini Gota. Na ono na oda busin oyo hin. Enti me wo me father we na me father use say him no. Now use kwe. Enti me nua mo nyina me father we no me sisa mo nyina den to from Kini to Kini. Spelling sans na ye KINI. Baby son to KINNIE. Na me Bempah.
I didn't know sasa edin no.
Because me nim say busum na wo ho no e be nya effects of my.
Ohun sa busum no be nya effect awo wo maso.
Even me nua mo bra owu ye me sisa me nua mo nyina.
Once sound nua no nyina di. Wonderful bon semerade.
I was asking her whether she has seen a snake. And she said yes. How did you see it?
So then we were having a good time together. Washroom got 2 snake black also.
Who got 2 then?
Serpents black.
Black. Also.
I'm not telling me now, but
and why they? Or Tare 1 9 ho.
But we came into me who sent me daddy aba no better snake.
Oh, who sent my aba? Oh, papa by.
Say, oh.
Into papa by no befa or one.
But you'll be ashamed.
Oh, papa befa or one. And you made you so young coupon angel. If I papa ni pedia, and the befa or one. Because oh, papa. Only me rade. Me pa so kwa sore we. O say heya. O ya sofo. Oh wonderful. Also ba sore ha but we no anso so ya sofo. Bon se me rade.
Put your hands together for the Lord.
Not just say papa ina me sa ono so. Because so betimi akofa sunsum no. Not just o papa be fa wo woni firi wo na ho wo na chechero na ho. E na papa fa wo no. Ehon wani so teo na wontimi nna biem oso sa dan ne da ben enna homachi ya bonsema Yesu.
Put your hands together for Jesus.
What sawa wano so hu angel no be strike no na mununkum akata ne ho nyina. Oh wonderful. Not just say any bay na comete akomano ete not just owuba say age say 22 not just say 50 and above and a spirit and a person in the adwuma not just say osiesie no a not just onyankopon de osiesie mo sisa 40 years abaya su de anka be ko say 20 usu was saying 22 22 na just say wohwe a say 52 and na just say 30 na say aka 10 na ben Moses na say ni Moses dia epe na say nka yenua be obeben pa and na sunsum na hu sa atade na omu dia hye no ero ahofe ena no first time a wo ba ha.
Is today your first time?
Sunday school.
Since Sunday school.
Yes. Let me see.
Na usua. And you know tina atade na ewro because I idea. Enso ma atade hye wa wo se wro. Ba wo se ma Yehovah.
Put your hands together for Jehovah. Amen.
Mame oya. Ba wo se ye o ba wo se ma na wo ye tete.
Together for Jehovah.
I say your papa na smart o. Was sending no because we so sunsumu. And here benyan sunsanso. Wo se sending no so atade na sa raw more. Open you asem bi kana. Microphone.
Oya akoda no. Eya. E da ho me tie say bibie pie wo edan no. Say nipa. Na me tie Jesus na ira. Sa for some time they try.
Oya akwada no. Na je say no onya that demon presence encounter. Na je say ade ni timi pie free edan mu.
He said when his daughter was young,
Otimi ka say sunsum no
she used to
e free dan no ba.
see images nobody could see
Na
on
papa
the
ya
wall.
tiamu e wo Yesu di mu ko. Na
And so
sunsum
when
na
he
ira.
screamed the name of Jesus, the
Ose.
spirit will vanish.
Yes.
Suffer, bra.
Me who say marine spirit. To oba then waka me say me o maame. Omo oni omo ho no omo nye obusu ni. E hwe na wan kan show papa but every morning we have to tell my dad because that is true.
Ni opie free dan no mu ba no. A o te say marine no. Marine spirit no. Oba uhu no se men kan kire papa.
No na na me ma.
Okay, describe no kire me. Say na otie describe no kire me.
You know me so but no ho fe pa.
Ne ho afa pa.
Pa.
What?
No ho fe. Na I say na nie fika kra. By every time your baby or wo ho nti no.
Owo wo ho.
You know no.
Uhu efiri sisi ba na soro.
Say nipa.
Se nipa.
No ho fe wo hin.
Ne ho afa wo nwi bebre.
Patron.
What? Satan na ni age saying, obey Satan na ofie saying.
About 4 years ago.
There 4 years ago.
Do time on ya 10 years to 11 years.
Eya na beduru bro nya 10 years to 11 years ansa na ejai. Na che se sa wo no oni anu aba ya nante a che. Na che se obiansuo mu e wo togo. Obiansuo. Sunsun bi obiansuo bi a marine spirits eno mu biansuo mu. Omu yi omu ho adia. Omu timi ba te se snakes. Anase half snake, half human. Every time we come to battle, say half fish, half human. So for me describe more spirit in the saying. Where you walk, ne body,
A flower.
a flower,
And
that togo.
Yes.
And
now, what describe is sometimes he said nipa,
Opiati se nipa.
but the other times oti, other times oniti.
Do baby oti do times oniti.
Now,
And then do times oba.
ne tail,
The tail.
and na eni wo ho,
And you home.
and no na man on
What?
sight. They say oh, ne tail to say
Yes, mo jan kasa demon.
Amen.
And penny for your pon. And then mom, ya me anim ni mabre. Enti apon a me hwe obia. We dia mesre mo. Agem penny for 1 or 2 bi. Ene mo a prophecy ba fa mo ho no, e na mehwe mo. Obi bia peso hu me bia next week dia apon a metena se. Mehwe nipa bebre. Last week me hwe nipa dodo say. Dem say me hwe nipa more than 50, say 60. Me hwe nipa be 60. But next week mehwe nipa pa. By na de mehwe nkom shefo no. Ene mpani for 1 or 2 bi. Uni anie. Bonsema ho. Thank you. Enshran kamo afemu mfa so nje nkotran se. Enti apon a mehia mo me office. Me kire mo ne a mo be paibo bi ho no se mo bo why. Okay. Now, afemu mfa property mra ne yanya ade. Munya ne fast me pentempa. Munyi nkonya mfiri ho. Yapon a mo samra me nchen bi mo ate. Me san hia mo. asɛm wɔ hɔ wae ɔsɛ yɛyɛ adeɛ bi ansa mo bi a mama nim bi mu wae good ɔsɔfo mumye bi esuma me mumye esuma Mr. Osofo pa Bible bra and there be Osofo amaway and Sofo Judith a home fan nti why when you know why Mama no certain contrast to be annual. Intercessors, me sure you lagunu so. Home na besha no so na pie. Na momfa no nkɔ edam honom. Na momfa onyame jangura ni mu. Mo release fire. Mo ho ye. Amishamo, mama bye. Also for mo, me person read Psalm 23. Na unim baby. Baby, I'm a person repeat pa. Ewo me kruwa ye me buso. Ehɔ no, me person repeat sa. What ya na? So for the na pe, ubetwi ana abrofo. Pacho first middle. Me person ye man ne buso. So here na we entimi nyama muso dia yemfa nguwem me pese yema buso enyama muso tofo ye hwe ni nyina guom enyama muso ho okay yesu mame me pese yema buso wo de ne me kire wade bi abaye moma osofo microphone osofo je akonya trans moma na akonya trans wa ha me a few minutes to close papa on transe. Obejina kenkan ayama buso.
The Lord is my shepherd.
Ayama abuso.
I shall not want.
Thank you.
He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters.
Thank you.
He restored my soul. He leads me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death,
where your prophetic word,
I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies.
Thank you.
Thou anoint my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely,
thank you,
goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Osofo nim ube repeat me ba be frɛ afɔrebɔ mo a mo hwɛ ɛwɔ social media mo ka ho bi sika bi a me frɛ bia na waka agu microphone no mi kuru ayɛ mabuso ɛhɔ no nko a why me ba so yɛn kata ni na ɔkra tiasefoɔ na ɔkra tiaseni woni pa wa ha no mo a Ujitum say, I have a prophetic church. Najitum say, you the tokens and symbols, Juma. Najitum say, we are for the bar, Emma Melchizedek, or no super present to be amount. Said ye Tibiano, Wama bread or Bema wine. Now, I will mean Shayemu was soon. Some Melchizedek, and apart from wine and the bread, or send the oil, Egu Abraham so. Now, say it here, or telling so Abraham so. And the oil na pie free in some oil now. One fancy more oil more. Or turning so Abraham so. And the oil na free in some pie. Yamusa say oil na free. Not just say. On one castle, John on the oil. And the good Abraham so. Now, na sa king cancer actually semia. Not just say. Kruwa ye mabuso. Nikruwa wade ngosra ni trimu sofo wade ngosra ni trimu nikruwa ye mabuso enti ene mefrɛ 5 million for ene obani mu anoma wo do affordable to hanoma wo de taache onyili a ewo kruwa yi mu a ya ma no mepɛde abuso no wobɛtumi ataache de ewo kruwa no mu no wobɛtumi so ataache ne a aya ma abuso no wo taache a emfa nka wanim memfa nya wo nsɛm fa ka utiri so wɔde wo sra metiri mu de kruwa ya mabuso. Psalm 23 no your prophetic way 5 million for mumra she no 5 no can catch them ya so for can nyina na moba 5 million for mumra wow share social media no so no usu betima ye bi per oil